All right. So if you didn't watch the first video on this problem, you'll want to go back and view that. What do you think of Kayla's thinking, her reasoning? It seems pretty solid. Okay, so let's go through it quickly. She's seeing it repeats in sets of 6, and 3 of the 6 are circles, so that's half of the sets are circles. So if there's 100 shapes, half of them have to be circles, or 50 circles. All right. There is an issue with this. Here's the issue. The issue is this is true if I'm ending at the end of a set of 6. So if I have 18 shapes, that's 3 sets of 6. Half of them, 9 of them, are going to be circles. The question is, where does the 100th shape end? Remember, that's the whole question we're looking at. The 100th shape, where does it end? Well, if I think of this as repeating in groups of 6, I really want to know how many sets of 6 are there. So if I take 100 and I divide by 6, that's going to give me 16.6 repeating. So that means there's 16 full groups of 6 and then really 2/3 of a group. But let's just focus on the 16 full sets. How many shapes will there be in 16 sets? Well, that's 16 times 6, which gives you 96 shapes. So that means this is going to happen on 96. So let's just write that in. 96 will be right here. That will be the end of the last full set. Do you see that? And then we go on, we get 97, 98, 99. This is the end of 100. So what Kayla said is accurate for 96. If we look at the shapes from 96 down, so for 1 through 96, half of 96, or 48 of them, are circles. But then we see here we have 3 more circles. Of these 4 shapes that we have left, 3 of them are circles. So we have to add 3 to that. So our final answer then is 51 circles in the first 100 shapes. Pretty cool, huh? We've actually answered question 1 and 2 now. What is the 100th shape? The 100th shape we see is a circle. How many circles are in the first 100 shapes? 51 of them. So even though Amanda, Robert, and Kayla had some really good thinking, and it's important to recognize that, they all had some ideas that didn't match the problem. So Amanda thought there were 6 circles in each set of 10. We can see that wasn't the case in this pattern. Robert said there's 20 circles, or 10 circles in each set of 20. That wasn't quite right either. We looked at that. And then Kayla said half of them are circles, which is true, but we don't have a complete set here from 97 to 100. And so when we think through all that, we see there's 51 circles in the first 100 shapes. Now, as you take a look at class activity 9Y and 9Z, you'll find that some of these same ideas are coming up again, just in a different situation. We're not looking at shapes per se, but we are going to find repeating patterns, and we are going to be looking at how does this pattern and how it repeats, how does it affect things that are happening down the road. And so the way you're going to learn class activity 9Y and 9Z is you're going to be using the discussion post and posting your ideas there. I really encourage you to post your ideas as they're forming. I'd love to see some mistakes, some incorrect work in the discussion post, and then have you support each other in a positive way, saying, hey, Amanda, did you think about the second set of 20? It seems like the second set of 10 won't have 6 circles. Or, hey, Robert, what about the next set of 20? It seems like that won't have more circles in it. It won't have the same number of circles. Or saying, hey, I was looking at groups of 6 and this is what I found. I'd really love to see some of that thinking and interaction happening on the discussion post. I'm not planning to post any videos on Class Activity 9Y, and 9Z will just be a kind of an intro video. And so if it gets towards the end of the week and you feel like you still have questions that aren't being answered in the discussion post, please reach out to me. I'd be glad to help. So again, maybe one kind of wrap-up comment. As you're looking at these questions, look for patterns, look for repeats, look for repeating groups or repeating sets, even though the setup is just a little bit different for these problems. Good luck with that, and I hope you have a fun time with these problems. I think they're really exciting. I should say that more exciting. I think they're really exciting. They are. I'm just getting